Homophobes. Yep, that's how I'm coming out this video. Or wait, coming out, that's ironic considering... Never mind, sorry, this is serious. The internet is hating on Will Byers this season of Stranger Things, and a lot of it is hard and fast bullshit. The complaints vary from Noah Schnapp's acting ability to wasting time while the world needs saving, all with one real thing in common: none of these arguments provide strong evidence. It's just a slew of some of the most baseless claims from folks who don't even feel like they saw the same show that I did. I previously made a video shining light on why some people hating on Will might have a valid stance, at least for seasons 1 through 4. In season 5, I'm changing my tune completely. I can barely explain why Will is getting walloped online, besides the fact that people don't like him coming to terms with his sexuality. Granted, it's not everyone who hates the idea of a character coming out. People are trying their best to point to other reasons why they don't like this kid, but I'm telling you, these people are wrong. Season 5 flawlessly executed Will's journey, all the while doing what they failed to do with Will in previous seasons: use him to move the plot forward and give him plenty of character beats. Previously, Will was almost a second thought depth-wise compared to everyone else. In season 5, that all changed. I will prove to you today that not only was the lowest rated episode of Stranger Things severely undervalued, but Will Byers' arc as a whole is some of the best single season development we've seen in the show. Get ready, because I'm already getting pissed. In early episodes, Will again seems like he will be used as a narrative device. In episode 1, he starts feeling signs of Vecna again and splits into a demo POV. I was getting ready to make a video shitting on Will again because of the same reasons I already said. I guess that video might not have done great. So luckily, this cool psychic shit with Will and Vecna isn't the only thing Will's got going on here. In episode 1, it's kept very much in the background, but Will has something he has to deal with. And it's not his sexuality yet. Will has to come to terms with being a conduit, something he never got to do when controlled so thoroughly as Vecna's spy. In order to do this, he starts becoming much more involved, using his own tools and ideas to help the group rather than being in the background or, God forbid, working against them like in season 2. Problem with trying to do his own thing, though? Joyce doesn't really like that too much. Remember that old arc of Joyce not wanting her kid to go out and stuff? Yeah, we actually come back to that, and thank God. The whole issue never got closure, and now it's the perfect time. Joyce doesn't want Will to follow his own plan to help save Holly. Will wants to, and is enabled by his new best friend, Robin. This is the first time we see Will really go against his mother, and it's the only real character we'll get for Joyce the entire season, so enjoy it. In episode 2, besides that drama, we also get Will's newest realization, and I'm gonna tell you now, him doing all this living interface for Vecna stuff, that all hurts my argument, so I'm gonna try and avoid it. It is there though, I'm not fully hiding it. The next episode, we get to pay off Will's teenage rebellion. Will and Joyce confront, and for the first time in what feels like the entire show with anyone, Will stands up for himself. This is the tipping point for the type of force he will act as in the future. Not one who's pushed around by the world, but one who pushes the world back. This leads to him coming up with the second best plan of the season: kidnapping and drugging an innocent family. Don't worry, it makes sense in context. Will has never been the type of dude to grab everyone and explain the plan using various items around the room while making up imaginary names for places while everyone quips and complains until the plan reaches a crux and they decide to actually do it. Sorry, I've watched a lot of Stranger Things recently. But Will is never that guy. This is huge. This is huge for him. Not only does he become this new force, but he also apologizes to Joyce for lashing out at her. This is what gets Joyce to admit her fear and truly let her baby bird leave the nest. Looking back, it's a full episode of Will getting probably the most character focus out of anyone. I'm actually cheesing. Episode 4 goes much more into the action side of William. William? That's what I wrote in the script. I don't think anyone calls him William. Oh, apparently Vecna calls him William once, so we'll roll with that. William gets a whole mic drop moment in episode 4. And honestly, this is huge if you connect all the seasons or both my videos together. This shot brings the full circle moment of Will finally taking back his power. It resonates in a damn that's badass kind of way, but also in a deeper emotional sense, seeing a kid we've only known to be weak finally find his strength. In the aftermath of all that crazy shit, we're finally past the season's halfway point. Will is a new man, a new sorcerer, I should say. He's still fighting Vecna at a disadvantage because he doesn't understand his power, but his new mindset when given visions is to use them to expand his own role in situations. He can be a soldier or a spy, Obviously, though, we're getting close to the big moment of episode 7, so the focus starts getting pulled to a different aspect of Will. Episode 5 is where he starts talking to Robin about her own journey with identity. Unfortunately, pretty soon after he starts taking Robin's very good advice, Will is captured by Vecna. This almost made me think it was about to be a train wreck getting to the coming out scene, because naturally with this capture comes more trauma from being Vecna's conduit. Luckily, they don't spend long back on this point. They only use this capture as confirmation that no matter how far Will can grow away, he will always be a part of Vecna. The only choice is to overtake him. In the end, episode 6 sets up a central mind duel between Vecna and Will. Previous seasons might have left Will's arc here. He's done so much already, now he can serve as your counter wizard in the end or whatever. And there we go, Will the Wise arc complete. But we know that's not what happened. We know that Will's arc has one more place to go. Something that has been carefully hinted at for a few seasons. But how do they naturally weave this in the story? Will is gay. That's a way to not naturally weave it. But Will is gay, and the show hasn't had him come out yet. Now they've waited until the stakes are the highest they've ever been, and the showrunners are gonna do it here? It seems crazy to be able to give screen time to this with everything going on, but they do it. And they make it make sense. I mean, guys, everyone seems to forget. They give a concrete reason for Will to come out in this moment. Will explains that Vecna showed him all the worst possible realities, something we know Vecna does. In one of these, it has all the people Will loves leaving him because he comes out as gay. Instead of internalizing this and letting it build up like the old Will would've, Will realizes this vision gives him a chance to further take back his power. The enemy tried to maintain a psychological edge by showing him his worst fears, but Will fully controls his reality when it comes to this fear. He can tell the people he loves. He can rewrite the warped narrative Vecna tried to place him in. He can prove that Vecna's predictions are wrong. Stranger Things somehow managed to create a moment of huge emotional vulnerability and genius strategic power at the same time. Do you know how insane it is to make these two things meet in the middle and work that well? They so carefully provided us with this huge moment of growth in a way that was so intentional. I can't believe people are missing it. Will confronted his worst fear to not only grow himself, but also to move the story forward. Is that not the little bow on top to his character problems of the past? A guy they always prioritize narrative action over character depth with, finally balancing these things in the middle. Maybe you have a different problem with this scene that wasn't the reason for coming out. Could have been the dialogue going on a bit too long, or the idea of literally everyone gathering. Maybe it's something that I haven't even thought of yet. If you have your legit evidential reasons, then I cannot change your mind. But at the very least, all I ask is look at the effort they put in here. To make this whole scene work in context is bonkers. It was a true feat to pull off, and it becomes a final act of Will Byers that I want to be a part of. Oh yeah, and there's the finale after this too. In the finale, Will does just what his earlier struggles hinted at, fights back against Vecna using his own power. I guess we did complete both little arcs in this season, so kudos there. I'll admit though, this moment does not hit me nearly as hard as the one at the Squawk. Will Byers has had his problems, but honestly, for me, looking back on the show and still not really believing it's over, I ended up liking where they got with Will Byers. Maybe there were a few episodes, arcs, seasons where he was a little underwritten, but in the end, Will Byers is a full circle. A full rainbow circle. And f*** you if you don't like it. And with that, thank you, Carmen. Specifically you, Carmen. And of course, everyone else who watched this one, thank you. I had an absolute blast making this video. It was kind of hard to make because there's a lot more that I want to say about what I meant to say. Was hello and welcome to the final stretch. First off here, I just wanted to say thank you. All of you guys have been super amazing, and we're getting really close now to a huge milestone on YouTube, which is the 1,000 subscribers mark. And for myself, is also going to be monetization. That means I'm making money. You probably know that word. That's right though. When we hit 1,000 subscribers, will officially be monetized, and ladies and gentlemen, I could not have done it without you. I really love doing this, and getting to put these videos on for an audience is a real dream for me. So yeah, to celebrate continuing doing this and crossing this big finish line, I'm going to announce a giveaway. That's right. Actually, kind of 2 giveaways. First, we have the adventure book. And no, I am not giving this book itself away. What I'm giving away is your name, right? Whoa. Sorry about you get your name in here. That's what you get. If you are already subscribed or you subscribed right now and comment this word above on the bottom of this video or any of the videos with this announcement, your name will be included in this book on that page that I just had open. But wait, there's more. Not only will being subscribed and commenting this word under one of these videos get your name in this book, but it'll also enter you into a raffle. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a raffle. One of the last people before we hit 1,000 subscribers and that entries close will be randomly selected in 2026 to win either a $20 movie gift card or $20 worth of DVDs of your choice. That's right. Yeah, no, it's not huge right now. But yes, you heard me right. All you have to do is comment this word under this video and be subscribed, and you will get your name in the book for eternity, as well as in this raffle for a $20 movie theater gift card or $20 worth of DVDs. Again, I just want to give a huge thank you to my current subscribers or anybody watching this video for helping us get so close to this milestone and giving us a little push through the finish line here. More info on the giveaway in the description. But yeah, I think we're done here. So, deuces.